Cooking with Apple family. If you've not yet subscribed, like, and share, you definitely have to. Well, today we're looking at some ways to handle your vegetables. Yes, so I did a sauteed vegetable, which is like a stir-fried vegetable. Then there's one you can just cook, and then there's the option of not using water, not using oil, and still having your vegetables soft and sweet and nice to eat. So yes, I'm going to use some squash. I had some cauliflower, bell pepper, which I diced, some pepper just to give it that peppery kick. It's optional. Shredded onion as well, and of course some carrots in there, and we need some salt to taste. So what I began by doing is the first one, which is a sauteed, where you kind of stir fry the veggies. So I had just a little bit of oil in my pan, then I added in all my diced veggies. Now it depends on you. If you like your veggies very soft, you may have to start with the carrots first, that gets softer. Then you can add in the cauliflower before you add in your onion and all those ones. But I like them a bit more crunchy. So you realize the onions were cut a bit big, the bell pepper was a bit big. So I just placed everything in and added in my salt to stir fry. Now the cauliflower went in together with the carrots and all those ones because it was stored in the freezer. So when it comes out from the freezer, it's already a bit soft. So that means that you just need to keep it a bit on fire to just drain off the moisture in, but then it's already softened already. But then if it's fresh cauliflower, you may have to start with a stir fry with that one before you add in your carrot and the other vegetables as well. So this is what we call the sauteed vegetable, where you just use just a little bit of fat to just put together your veggies. And there's one simple way to have your veggies. So yeah, try and have some veggies, especially for breakfast. It's nice for breakfast, and you can just serve this beautifully and enjoy it. The last thing that went in was a squash. Now squash is a very soft vegetable, so if you give it too much heat, it's going to look too melted. So for squash, you just need just a little bit of heat to it. It's just like if you want to add cabbage to this. If you want to add cabbage to this, you may have to add the cabbage last, because if it goes in very early, it's going to be too soft and a bit runny. And this is your beautiful stir-fried vegetables or your sauteed vegetables. Now the second type is to use water, and then you cook your veggies over a perforated pan. Yes, the ones for steaming. Then you can just use it to cook your veggies. So sometimes when I'm cooking beans and all those ones, I add a bit of vegetables, or you can just do your normal hot water and just put it over it. If you don't have this one, you can just use your soy or your colander, and the heat is going to cook the veggies. Now what I did was, before I placed the veggies in, I did a salt solution. So just salt water, and then I washed the veggies in and I placed it there. So the veggies come out and they're already tasty because there's already salt around it. And the beauty about this style is that the heat cooks the veggies, so you're not losing anything away, because there's no water that's going to come out as stock which you may pour away or something, and there's less oil in. So if you're typically trying to lose weight, there's one healthy way to have your vegetables. Now the third option, which is the boiling style, where you just cook the whole veggies over fire. You just boil your veggies in, add some water and add some salt. If you're doing this, you need to know the type of vegetable you are using. Something like carrots, cauliflower, broccoli. Yes, those ones are the top vegetables that take a lot of time to cook. But then when it comes to things like cabbage, it may be the last thing you have to add in if you want to cook it. Or something like cucumber, even though those ones are meant to be eaten more fresh. So it depends on the type of veggies, but then you can just cook it up. And the reality is, when you're done, there's little difference between the one you use the water to cook and the one you use the steam to cook. So you realize that there's more health benefit when you go with the steaming method. But sometimes if you want to use the stock, you can just boil it up and then use the stock to cook your rice or something. But the most important thing is, eat your veggies healthy, retain your nutrients, and have some fun with your veggies. If you eat it one way all the time, so there's one way to have your veggies, and I hope you give this thing a try. Let me see how you're going about your veggies this new season. So lots of love from my team and I. Till I see you in the next food video. Live life to the fullest. Be merry, be joyous, and do subscribe, like, and share. Mwah.